dun, dun. Watch me and my Shaolin flight technique. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's my other song. Y'all gonna get that beat. Hey! Hey, everybody. Good evening. You guys missed the interaction that was just going on up in here. Oh, it was getting started. How y'all doing? Hey, Norm. Hi. Hi, my Sandy. What's going on, everybody? I'm going to get... Oh, Norm, there's another one. I'm going to give you guys a big clap. Right there. Thank y'all so much for joining. Y'all are missing all the action. Woo. Y'all missed it. We was in here chasing flies out of nowhere. They just came out of nowhere. And so it's so funny. You should have seen it. Sandy got us on video. Like, so y'all hear that? That's Norm in his Shaolin technique. He killing them. You be killing them. Look at Norm. Big shout out to Norm. Oh my gosh. What's going on, y'all? How was your day? Let me go on Facebook real quick and see what y'all are doing. See how everything is going. Seeing how your day was. Seeing how your weekend was. Y'all, I don't know about you. I'm still celebrating my birthday. Can we give it a little hand clap for that? Listen, I am still celebrating my birthday. It's still my birthday month, and I'm going to celebrate. Why? Because every day above ground. Steve! Ugh. Can somebody please get Steve McCaster? Oh my gosh, I'm not doing this. Steve, it's too early in the show and you starting already. Hey, Yoli, good to see you. Constance, God bless you. Good to see you too. Hey, Niecy. Hey, y'all, Denise said, great evening, Tiff, Norm, Sandy, and everybody. Good to see you, Niecy. Y'all, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys tag a friend, tell a friend, and text a friend, and let them know that the Making Me Matter radio show is on the air. And you guys know how I like to do. I like to go ahead, see how your day was, see how your weekend went. You guys got anything to tell me? Anything you need prayer for? Let me tell you guys something. I had a headache out of nowhere today. So thank God for Excedrin migraine. Thank God for Coca-Cola. That's what helps me out. Hey, Cree, good to see you. I take two whenever I get like these massive headaches, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I get bad headaches. So I do 2 Excedrin migraine and Coca-Cola. Now, that don't work for everybody, but it works for Tiffany Renee. Okay, it really works for me. Tell me how your day was. Tell me what city you're in. Tell me what state you're in. And let me know what the weather is like where you guys are. Today, when I woke up, it was 31 degrees. The weather app said it was going to be 29. Right now, it's cold and rainy. I broke out the big coat because it is raining. And I said, I need to throw that hood up. And so, look, y'all, guess what? Tomorrow, Sandy, we waking up to 27 degrees. It's not even December. Why is this happening? I need to have a, conversation with Jesus. Have a talk with Jesus. Tell him all about your troubles. Hey, my sweet pea. David Green, I see you. I see you, DJ. DGJ. And I can't call you DJ. DGJ. And Yoli said that her 2 boys are, what? Both of your children are having babies? That's amazing. Congratulations, Yoli. Congratulations. Constance said, my day was awesome. I am from South Orange, New Jersey. God bless you. Out there all the way in South Orange. My sweet pea, I love you. Y'all, so guess what, y'all? Okay, so now that my headache has gone away and Coca-Cola is my best friend, I want to share some things with you guys. First and foremost, before we get started, you guys know how I like to do. I like to know where you guys are. I like to know how your weekend was. I like to know how your day went. Make sure you tag a friend, tell a friend, and text a friend. Let them know that the Making Me Matter radio show is on the air. If you are interested in advertising your business, if you're interested in advertising your business with us, by all means, let me know. Holla at your girl, inbox me, send me a smoke signal, a text message, whatever you got to do. Let me know that you're interested in advertising. You can advertise your business if you have an upcoming event, if you have a book out that you may want to, get people to buy. By all means, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try to promote it for you. And not even try, I'll go ahead and promote it for you. And if you're an artist and you have something that you want to put out, let me know. We can go ahead and air it. And then, of course, we got in January 7th. If you guys have not bought your tickets, hurry up and do it. Unpacked and Unbothered, January 7th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I am so excited. My girl, my sister friend, the Reverend Dr. Pastor Danielle Brown is going to be the guest speaker. And I'm so excited. Y'all keep my girl in prayer. She just lost her father on the morning of my birthday. And it's interesting how when you can celebrate one thing at one time and then the next moment it's like, whoa, what's going on? How did this happen? And, but at the end of the day, the Bible is very clear. You rejoice with those who are rejoicing, but then there's also a time to mourn. So you make sure you mourn with those who are in mourning. And I want us to love on her as best as we can and let her know we are keeping her uplifted in prayer during this very, hard time in her life, this hard season, with her losing her father, who was her best friend. I think her father was like her best friend. And you know why I say that? Because like myself, like Shantae, like Pastor Danielle Brown, we are hardcore daddy's girls. Let's give it up for our daddies. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Love you, Cindy B. I'm going to be very honest with you. I know so many females that don't have relationships with their fathers, and they wish they did. And I'm grateful and honored to say that I have that relationship, that Pastor Danielle had that relationship with her father. And I hate to say the word had. I want to say has, because she's going to have that, she's going to carry him for the rest of her life in her heart. Shantae has that with her father. So these moments are not something that you can just say, oh, one thing I've learned in death, you got to be careful what you say to people. If you don't know what to say, sometimes just don't say anything. The worst thing that a person can say to someone is, oh, he's in heaven. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the reality is that this person is absent. So let's try to love on people differently. Learn how to love on people where they are. Learn how to be, it's okay to be natural and not over spiritualize things, So I think that it's best if we just go ahead and love on each other and meet the need of whatever it is that we have a need for. So y'all keep her in your heart, your thoughts, and your prayers. Big shout out to my girl. Yeah, so, okay, y'all. So I don't know if you guys have heard the scoop as of yet, but guess what? I wonder if Norm heard this. Norm, did you know that Beyonce, let me read it. Oh, Norm is right there. Oh, it's on the screen. I just moved it. Okay. I don't know where it is now. Okay, so y'all, let me just tell you something. Okay, so let me pull it up. I saw today that Beyonce made history again. Beyonce has officially beaten Jay-Z as the most nominated artist in Grammy history. That's amazing. And you want to know why? Because she was freed from their frames, which is the topic of what we are going to talk about tonight. Freed from their frames. That's our topic. Freed from their frames. And let me just be honest with y'all about something. And then we're going to jump back into Beyonce real quick. That topic came to me because I was on Facebook, and what ended up happening was American Dream. American Dream had an ad, and the ad that they had out, said, freed from their frames. And I said, oof, I felt God. I said, that's a whole word. And you know what made me realize that? I said, that is a whole word. Big shout out to American Dream for saying that in their ad, freed from their frames. And that made me think about boundaries. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, right? So freed from their frames. And so Beyonce, let's go ahead and just deal with that. Yeah, Steve, politics as usual. Beyonce being nominated as the most nominated artist in Grammy history, that's because she has been freed from the frames that people have probably put her in. So big shout out to the real Queen Bee. And y'all, did you guys hear that story about the three football players who were murdered by an ex-football player in the University of Virginia? Allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but the father spoke out, and the father said that the son, the father of the shooter, spoke out and said that his son had said that some people were picking on him and he didn't know how to handle it. I'm sure there's more that's going to come out with this story, but apparently the son has also been flagged for bringing a gun to the campus before, and I guess has been cited for other things that he has done on campus. So I think I can't even really talk too much about this because I need more stuff to come out. So I'm waiting to see what's going to come out concerning that. But definitely our condolences definitely go out to the families of those who, those 3 men who were murdered, 3 good-looking young boys. It's no telling where their life was going. It's no telling the direction that they, the dreams and the goals that they had. And, freed from their frames. This here, it just grieves my spirit. It grieves me because these lives have been cut short. And honestly, did it really have to be cut short? And I don't want to diminish anybody's pain or, downplay. If this gentleman was even being bullied, I would never downplay that. But for the most part, we'll just wait for more to come out. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. I was just baffled. I was baffled for several reasons, because normally you hear about things like this and it's like, oh, it's a random shooting at a school. So it's almost like they were literally targeted. So that's what I'm just coming to grips with, that they could have been just targeted. So let's, either way, keep the families in prayer. Keep the families in prayer, and let's see what's going to happen with that. So that's what I got for tonight in regard to the news that I've seen going on. Yeah, Denise said, oh, there it is. Steve said the boy snapped. Yeah, Steve, and I'm wondering, like, where did the bullying come into play? He said he didn't know how to handle it. And so once more stuff comes out about that, I'm definitely going to talk more about it. Definitely going to talk more about it. Yeah, this is sad, Denise, and condolences, absolutely. All right, y'all. Y'all, it is 9:02, and tonight's topic is freed from their frames. Y'all make sure you tag a friend, text a friend, tell a friend. You want to know why? So this is why that topic, when I saw it with American Dream, why it blessed me in such the way that it blessed me. It blessed me because I started thinking about boundaries. And I started thinking about how some of us, if not most of us, are confined to, maybe football team hazing. I saw something about hazing also, Steve. I did see something now that you say that. It's just devastating. You think your boys are in school doing what they're supposed to do, and they're on a football team. They're probably doing well. They're doing good in school, and then something like this happens, and it can happen at any given time. None of us are exempt from this. It's just by the grace of God that we are all still here. So, y'all, have you ever felt like at some point that somebody has put you in a box, put you in a frame, put you in what they would like to keep you in so that you can't get out of that particular container? I had an amazing conversation with a couple of people this weekend. got a chance to see some amazing people and had some great conversations. And one of the things that came across was measuring up to other people, what other people's standards are, what other people, how to pretty much authentically be yourself. And one thing I have always had no problem with was being who I am. I was raised by two amazing parents. Big shout out to my parents. And had an amazing, well-rounded family. Regardless of what, everybody's family, we all go through something, right? But at the end of the day, I was pretty much well-rounded. And both sides of my family, there was a balance. And I was raised to always think on your own. If you follow anybody, follow someone who's level-headed. My daddy's always, even to this day, talking about righteousness. Make sure you follow doing the right thing. And I admire a lot of different people. I posted about this last week. I admire a lot of people, different people. But what I'm not going to do is try to conform to that person or conform to the ways that they want me to be to keep me in a box. And let me tell y'all something. I think sometimes, God bless you, Millicent. How are you? Thank you for watching. I think sometimes we can get so wrapped up in the who's who, the who's what, the what somebody else is doing, what's the direction that other people are going, that we forget to take care of what's my own personal goal. Where do I need to be? Where do I need to see myself? Where do I need to flip the switch so that I can go ahead and take myself away from this zone of being what everybody else wants me to be and walk in my true, authentic power of who God created me to be and how God desires for me to walk into destiny. So I want you to be encouraged to not allow yourself to be boxed up. Let me just use Steve for example. I'm going to use Steve for example. Steve has He's very straightforward. Both of us are radio hosts. Love you, Steve. Both of us are radio hosts. And guess what? Steve is off the chain. Oh, my gosh. Steve is off the chain. And I don't know if I told you guys. I think I told you guys this before. I call him Steve. We all call him Steve. His name on Facebook is Steve. But Steve's show name is totally different than just Steve McCaster. But guess what? Steve isn't trying to be like anybody else. Steve could not be boxed in to what other people desired for him to be. Excuse me. Steve has his own frame of mind. He's not feeding into their frame. He's allowing himself to be used to a place where he can't be boxed in or bound to what somebody else's boundaries are going to be. Both of us are two radio hosts with two different platforms. And it doesn't mean anything bad at all. No, you're good. Oh, you all right with me, Norm? Oh, my gosh. Norm is all right with me. So, at the end of the day, I would never expect Steve to come on my show and not be anybody less than who he is. Or be more than who he is. Here's what I mean by be more than who he is. I think sometimes we see people and there's a level of expectation that we have of them where we think that they need to be extra. They need to present themselves as people that they are not. And we expect them to carry themselves in a way that they shouldn't. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we need to get away from the taboo. What's the word? These expectations. I would never allow Steve to sit here and not be who he is. Because then if Steve knows, anybody who knows, the only thing I ask when anyone comes on here, I don't care how you are, all I ask is that you don't curse. That's it. But at the end of the day, you come and be who you are. Because the differences can actually broaden everyone's mindsets. We can learn from each other, right? If Steve sits here and I say, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. No, we're not doing this. I'm putting a frame around him. And if he agrees with that, guess what? He's feeding into that frame that I created for him. No. Don't you allow yourself to be so boxed in and boxed up to what somebody else expects you to be, just so they can go ahead and hinder your growth. Because the truth of the matter is they're actually scared of how far you can actually go. I have a big shout out to Ron Snipes. Sniper is my friend. Y'all don't call him Sniper. That's my nickname for him. Y'all call him Snipes. And that's my brother. That's my brother. I'll never forget one day he said to me, Tiff, do you want to know why this person treats you like this? And I said, why? And he said, because they see you as a threat. And I said, why would they see me as a threat when I haven't done anything to give them a reason to feel threatened? And he said, because all you're doing is being who you are. Andrea, good to see you. He said, all you're doing is being who you are. And what hit me with that, I've always been out the box. Not out the box where I'm ratchet or disrespectful. Out the box where I'm not allowing anybody to keep me in a position where I can't grow. There's always room for growth. I'm not going to allow anyone to put a frame around me. When God said for me to live my life abundantly. So if God has given us a reason, if God has said to live life and to live it abundantly, why are we allowing people to keep us in a place of being boxed up and being hindered from being able to pursue our purpose? What we should not be doing is allowing anybody to have that much power where they, where we give people that much power, where they have a grip. Steve just said greatness, where they have a grip on our greatness. No. You will not get a grip on my greatness and put like a rein around my neck and or a leash around me when you say you can go but so far and then you yank it. We have a leash at home on my mother's dog. On my mother's dog at home, it's a retractable leash. And this is what, I feel the Holy Ghost, I'm trying not to go there. This is what people do. People see what you can do. People see how anointed you are. People see as Steve said, the greatness in you. People see what you're capable of doing. People see what you won't do. And you know what they do? They go ahead and get in your face. They go ahead and try to connect with you. They go ahead and try to do certain things. And when they connect with you, in the midst of connecting with you, what they try to do is control you. So they try to go ahead and say, let me get close to this person and connect with them so I can try to control them. Y'all keep your eyes open. Do not feed into their frames. Do not allow yourself to be stuck in the frames of people. You and I can be freed from all kind of type of frames that people try to put around us. I'm not saying be rude. I'm not saying be disrespectful. But no, there's more to life in us, through us, that needs to flow from us than allowing ourselves to be controlled by anybody. So you got to be careful. You got to use wisdom. That's right. Don't put baby in a corner. At the end of the day, we got to be careful. We have got to be careful. I had some situations, nothing drastic, but I had to be honest with myself. When this happens, why do you accept? Why do you say yes? Why do you do this for this person? Why do you do that with and for that person? It's okay to say no. Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Can I just be honest? You guys know I'm going to say this because I say it every week. Like the song says, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Can I be honest? Can I be real for 1 second? My heart, I legit don't like telling people no. One of my downfalls is telling people no when I have the capacity to say yes. But I had to get to a place where, Tiffany, it's okay to tell people no. And you want to know why it's okay? Because sometimes saying yes to people puts you in their frame. You can't accept everything. You can't say yes to everybody. You can't say yes to everything. I had to set boundaries. And you know what? I had to be okay with setting boundaries for me. I had to be okay with the fact that people have set boundaries for me. So why can't I set boundaries for people? Greatness, like Steve had used the word greatness before. Greatness comes with knowing your worth. Greatness comes with saying, you know what? I can't be in this situation, because if I get in this situation, I'm going to be puppeted and used, eventually manipulated. See, here's the thing. We can't look at things for what they are up front. Pray about it and look at the big picture. Ask the Holy Ghost to reveal to you what you need to see concerning people and what their motives are. Sometimes, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Sometimes people don't really care about you. They just want to connect with you because guess what? It's you. Which is fine. I want to connect with Patti LaBelle. I get it. I totally get it. But in the same breath, what's the motive? Do not allow yourself to be stuck in the frames of people because they use you for their advantage and you're stuck where you are because you're in that frame. It's okay to set boundaries for yourself and say, no, I can't. I can't do this. I can't do that. There's so much I want to say right now, but I can't say it. But I will say, it's okay. Teresa, hey, Teresa, good to see you. Teresa said, so true. Paula Williams said, don't let people dim your light in Jesus Christ's name. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is for all of us. This is for all of us. We need to be freed from the frames of people. Don't allow people to set boundaries when they set boundaries for you here, when God is like, I want you to go here. So what are you actually going to do? What are you going to do with where you need to be and where you need to go? Are you going to stop because of where people think you should stop at? No. Are you going to just be stagnant because you are in the reins of people? And again, like I've said before, I'm not saying be disrespectful. I'm not saying being rude. I'm not saying anything like that. All I'm saying is be wise. Don't let anybody keep you from being where you need to be and reaching from where you need to reach. Just that simple. And don't be afraid to say no. There's a couple of things, I'm not going to even lie to you. I have a couple of phone calls I was supposed to make a phone call today. So I'll probably do it tomorrow because I'm not in the headspace. I had a lot going on with work today. Then on the way up here to the station, out of nowhere, I just had a headache that just hit me out of nowhere. Norm called me because there was a power outage. And I said, Norm, I got a big headache. I got to run into Walgreens and get me some Excedrin migraine with my Coca-Cola. And that's exactly what I did. I came straight to Walgreens, jumped out in the pouring rain, ran inside, got me some Excedrin migraine. And I said, I'm not going to deal with calling people tonight. I'll just wait till tomorrow. And here's y'all, timing is perfect. Timing is everything. Pray about timing. And here's why I say, pray about timing, because people will want you to respond on their time. You pray about everything, even when is the right time to respond. Even if you just have to say, let me pray about it. Let me get back to you. Let me do this. I'm talking tonight about boundaries, y'all. There's so many people that I know that are so extremely gifted, so extremely talented, so anointed, And I look at their lives, I look at my life, and I'm like, when do we take a stand for ourselves the way we take a stand for everybody else? And then we wonder why we're so behind. I had an amazing conversation with somebody this morning. And every time she and I get into a discussion, it's always so real, and I absolutely love it. It's always so real. It's this, always relevant. There's a spiritual conversation, and then there's a conversation about reality. And I think we talked about so many different things today, and especially about being further along. And sometimes, y'all, guess what? People don't even realize, not all the time. Some people realize they're putting a frame around you. Some people don't. But then again, our hearts allow ourselves to be framed. Ooh. Don't allow yourself to be framed by nobody. Do not allow yourself to be framed by anybody. When you think about where you should be and where you could be going and what stopped you? What stopped you? There's a scripture. I think Bishop preached it. A big shout out to my pastor, the one and only Bishop Anthony W. Gilliard. Big shout out to him. Y'all, this is his week of 20th year pastoring, 40th year preaching. Can y'all imagine preaching for 40 years? And pastoring for 20 years? There's a lot of things that he probably saw that's just incredible. And just a learning experience, just on the journey. God bless him. But there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about you ran well, who hindered you? You ran well, who hindered you? Now, let's just be honest. Sometimes it is other people that hinder you. But then sometimes it's us that hinders us from going to where we need to go. Has that ever happened? It's like, dang, I can't even blame that person because I chose to do this. I just said it to my daddy last week. I said, Daddy, you know what? I did all that I wanted to do all summer. I'm not going to give you all the details. But I did say I did everything I wanted to do all summer. I said, I'm now officially, can I remind y'all, I'm officially 45. Let me rephrase that. 45. How about that? Yes, God. Listen, if I don't think I'm fine, I ain't waiting for nobody else to tell me. I know who I am. God said I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And fine. Y'all better learn to love on yourself. Not being arrogant. But I'm not going to be bound either. I learned to love on me. But I said to my daddy last week, I said, Daddy, I have played all summer and did exactly what I wanted to do. I said, I've done this, I've done that, and blah, 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 blah. I said, I'm tired. I said, I'm ready to get some things in order. He said, Nif, I'm proud of you. Y'all don't call me that. But that I'm just telling you what he said. He said, Nif, I'm proud of you. He said, keep that up. He said, when you starting? So the anniversary is it's on the 17th. I'm starting on the 18th. I might even start next week. But if I can start on the 18th, I'm starting on the 18th. Because there's some things that I've allowed myself. I can't blame nobody for choices I made. Some things, hey, La Asia, I see you. So, Age, where my God kids at? I don't know if they'll see this. Hey, Juju. Hey, Bree. So, at the end of the day, we can't blame everybody for choices that we make, especially concerning boundaries. What is it that we can say, I need to change. This is what I did wrong. Hey, good to see you. What did I do differently that caused me to be in this situation? Yeah, we could be in their frames. That can happen. But what frame did I put myself in that I need to free myself from? I took some chances this summer. I took some big chances. And it cost me. It cost me. Not cost me to the point of being broke, but it cost me. Oh, age, they're asleep. Okay, give them a kiss for me. Tell them I love them. And when I tell y'all, the frames that the frame that I was in, it's nobody's fault but my own. I told my daddy, I said, Daddy, I was wilding out this summer. Let me tell you what I did. I did boom, boom, boom. Everything I wanted, I did. I did this and this and this. I said, but I'm tired. I said, now, get it in order, Tiffany. You a whole 45. There's so many things where you could be. So many things you could be doing. But you decided to do this, 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 and this. And look at what it did. Because you didn't use wisdom. Hey, my Sharon. Sharon Lily of the Valley. In the valley. Bright as the morning star. Yes, Sharon. I love you, Sharon. Sharon, tonight we're talking about boundaries and being freed from their frames. People put boxes and put us in frames, and we try to live up to the expectations of people, and we're stuck. But what happens when we put ourselves in these frames? So right now, Sharon, I'm talking about how I put myself in some frames all summer up until last week. It's the truth. I played all summer. I did what I wanted to do. And sometimes, y'all, let me be honest. Sometimes we become reckless with ourselves. We don't become reckless with nobody else, but we'll become reckless with us. This one piece is getting on my nerves. I'm sorry. We'll become reckless with ourselves before we become reckless with somebody else. Or we won't become reckless with somebody else, but we'll allow somebody else to treat us in a reckless fashion and mishandle who we are. No. We got to do better with us. When we do better with us, people will know how to treat us. People will know how to respect us. People will know that they cannot put a frame around us, and people will know we can't be framed. They can't put a frame around us for boundaries, and we can't be framed. Framed meaning manipulated, tricked. You can't pull one on us. Period. So what are we going to do now? Learn how to practice saying no. Practice saying no. Practice saying I need me more. Practice saying I love me more. Practice saying I deserve me more. Practice saying I owe it to me to treat me good and not box myself up in the idea of somebody else's head. I deserve to say, you know what? You deserve the abundance that God has spoken over your life. So what are you going to do about it? You can't do that being boxed up. Can't do that being framed. I think sometimes we try to please people, and pleasing people brings us to a place of plummeting. Pleasing people brings us to a place of plummeting. It allows us to draw back, and it allows us to sink. It allows us to be stagnant. It pulls us back further than where we should have been. What are we going to do to say, it's time for me to get myself together? It's time for me to go forward. It's time for me to say, and be okay with saying this, I love me more. Because here's the truth. Can I be honest with y'all about something? And like I said, was it 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever week it was? Not last week, the week before. People don't love you the way you think people love you. I learned that. People don't love you the way you think people love you. People don't even like you the way you think people like you. People watch you. Let's give them something to talk about. So at the end of the day, let them watch. Give them something to look at. But don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself and get caught up in the hype. You just make you a priority. You just focus on you. Whatever I do, I ain't doing it for nobody else. Let me tell you something. My girl, Age will tell you. I told my Aunt Bev that big shout out to Carolyn McKinney on Hey Carolyn. When we went shopping, right? We went to Neiman Marcus for my birthday. I go to Neiman's every year. I set up a fitting room, and they go ahead and bring out. So, well, this year it wasn't as extravagant as my girl would usually do it. My girl, she's no longer there. I was devastated. So I have a new person. It was a smaller fitting room, and it wasn't as many snacks as I usually get. But I was grateful for the snacks that I did get because I love cheese. And so they had cheese. They had wine. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I don't drink wine, but I took them. I took the bottles. I don't drink wine. But cheese, water. The water was amazing. If y'all ever get this water, it has 24 karat. I think it's 24 karat pieces of 24 karat gold in the bottom. And it's an experience, right? And you know I love snacks. We just going to give God praise for the snacks. So what ended up happening was I called Aunt Bev. I said, as much as I go to Neiman Marcus every year for my birthday, I got to do the makeup, even though they took out the Christian Louboutin makeup line, fragga. So I couldn't get my eyeshadow. But I said, you know what? I said, Aunt Bev. And I think, Age, I might have said it to you. I said, as much as I come here for my my birthday, this will, I think, be the 4th or 5th year that I've been doing it for my birthday. And guess what? I didn't see anything that I loved. And I told her straight up, I said to my shopper, I said, listen, I don't spend money based on something I like. I got to love it. Everything that I have, I got to love that thing. I don't get things to say, oh, I like it. This is okay. Let me buy it. No, I don't settle with an okay. Who does that? Not with my money. Listen, as I don't want to say, I can be frugal when I need to be. You know why? Let's just say, Donald Trump just announced that he's running for the White House. He's not going to win. Right. I just got the news thing. He's not going to win. I'm buying that thing up right now in the name of Jesus. He ain't going to win. He's not. So I had made, when I was there, so let me get back to that. That totally just threw me off. Hey, Nene, good to see you. So listen, Age, didn't I say that? So I'm saying this to say, I don't spend money for y'all. I'm not buying something to say, oh, I just bought it. I bought it from here, and I'm going to just get this because guess what? It's going to show that I shopped here. I don't do that. I'm not that person. If I don't love it, I don't buy it. Liking it just to get a name ain't enough. Anybody who knows me knows I live in Walmart, unless it has to do with stilettos. Stilettos, hair, and accessories, and of course perfume are my favorite things. The only things I spend money on. I don't spend money on clothes. I just spent money on the gown that I'm having made for my pastor's anniversary. Who cares? Who cares about spending money on that? I didn't broadcast that. That was a choice I wanted to do. I'm not doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for me. This is what I'm talking about, being free from the frames. We have got to do things for ourselves. Hey, Sandy B, I'm going to make something plain real quick. Can you do me a favor? Can you pass me my pretty little Dooney? I'm going to show y'all something. My little bag right there. Let me show you guys something. And I don't care who says anything, because I'm just a real chick and I don't owe y'all nothing. Thank you, Sandy. Y'all say hi to Sandy B. Give it up for Queen Sandy B right now. Oh, big Sandy B. She's the Queen Bradley. So, y'all, let me show you guys something. You see this? This is a real Dooney. Isn't it pretty? All the colors. Look at that. Dooney and Berg. Carolyn, you going right where I'm getting ready to talk about. When I saw this bag, I didn't think about y'all.
I used to sell Toonie and Berg.
I'm not doing this with you. If I ever see a T, if this D turns into a T, we in trouble. I didn't get this bag saying, oh, let me get this bag to see what the people are going to say. No, I loved the bag when I bought it. And when I bought this Dooney and Berg, I checked on the inside. Now, look at this. Now, check out what I'm saying. I said I'm checking on the inside to make sure the serial number in there. You know why? I wasn't spending a whole lot of money on no Dooney. I'm not even a bag person, but I love these colors. And I said, this is a cute little bag for me to, to walk around with It's small. It's not heavy because I walk around with the same big green bag because I'm not a bag person, but I'm starting to get into bags. And I said, this is cute. And I got it. Guess what? From a consignment store. This Real Dooney for $19. In other words, again, just as quick as I could go to a consignment, spend $19 on a Real Dooney. Yes, I can go to Neiman Marcus, but when I go to Neiman's, I'm not doing that for y'all. I'm not doing this to say, look at what I got. I do this because I do it for me. What makes me feel good, not for your frame. Just that simple. First of all, I want y'all to get in the habit of saying, can y'all do me a favor? Can whoever is watching, do me a favor, do me a favor, do me a favor. Please put in the comment section, your frame can't even hold me. That's all I want you to do. Your frame cannot hold me. When people put a frame around you, you are allowing them to keep you confined. Don't allow anybody to keep you boxed up. Whatever it is that you do it for yourself. Let me back up what I said to Aunt Bev. And that's what I said. I said, Aunt Bev, and I think I said to Asia, I don't buy anything or do anything for the sake of people. Because if I do, guess what, y'all? I'm putting myself in a frame. If I do anything to try to showcase for y'all, where's the love that I have for myself? If that is not insecurity on a stick, I don't know what you want to call it. We have to get our mindset to say, I don't owe you anything. I do what I do for me. I'm not bound to a frame or to please anybody but God Almighty. God is the one who created me. God is the one who framed me. God is the one who framed me. God is the one who framed you. You don't put yourself in the frame of anybody that can't determine your destiny. The only one that we should literally be framed by is the hand of God himself. Yeah, there it is, Carolyn. Y'all need to put that in the comment section. You can't frame me. You can't put no boundary around me. I'm not here to be puppeted by nobody. God created us with an individual mind, and for us to have a relationship with him, for us to grow based on the way that he sees our life should be going in, the direction that our life should be going in. We aren't here to try to outdo anybody. We're not here to put people in a box because we're actually afraid of them and we look at them as a threat. So we try to box them up to our own liking and manipulate them to make them think that they can't get any higher than where they are or better than where we are. There's always room for all of us to grow. And if we can't teach each other to grow, if we can't teach each other to grow and help each other get to the next level, then the question is, where's the greatness that you really possess that you have? Oh, Norma got the keys. Where's the greatness that you guys really have? So at the end of the day, I want you guys to be okay with who you are. Be okay with who God created in you. Be okay with the person that God created, which is you. Be okay with loving on yourself. Be okay with going to a consignment store saying, you know what? I want to do this for me. Be okay with saying, if I spend $1,000, I did it for me, not to say, look at what I did for you. No. Because ain't nobody thinking about you. Nobody thinking about putting that money in your pocket. So what are you going to do to remove the boundaries? What are you going to do to go forward in your life? What are you going to do to say, I deserve to treat me better than anything that's going to keep me bound? There it is. I deserve to keep me better. Treat me better than anything that's going to keep me bound. Love on yourself differently. Be freed from their frames. Love on you in such a way that you can't even see how you are stuck in the boundaries of somebody who doesn't even care about you at the end of the day. There's a motive. Pray and ask God to show you the heart of people. Pray and ask God to show you the hand of people. Before they do like this and you accept it, pray and ask God to teach you how to put a pause on it and pray. All right? I love you. I love you. Have a good night. Hey. All right, y'all. Lord willing, I will see you next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Let's get it. Oh, there's more? Oh my God, he said there's more. Oh. But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. Pricker. The only one that came through. The only one that came through. All right, y'all, let me stop playing. You know I'll be trying to spit these bars and make their head shake. All right, y'all. See you next week. Have a good night. Next Tuesday, 8:30. Next Tuesday. I see you bopping, Norm. 8:30. Good night, guys.